we'll be discussing on a very crucial topic. We'll be looking at the importance of acquiring a skill before graduation or upon graduation. My brother is in the university, and we'll be shedding more light on having a skill and then also studying in university. In fact, the advantages of having a skill cannot be overemphasized, okay, as a student and also as a graduate. So if this is the kind of content that you're interested in, then you definitely should keep on watching. We'll be right back. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you are new here and you're seeing this phrase for the very first time, my name is Lizzie. You're welcome, okay? With me in the studio is my amazing kid bro of life. Let me allow him to introduce himself. Well, over to you.
Hello guys, welcome to Lizzie TV. My name is Paul, and in case you are just seeing me for the first time, this is not actually my first time of appearing in this channel. Yeah. This is actually my fourth time or the fifth time.
Introducing himself for the umpteenth time.
Yeah, so I no longer consider myself as a new person in this channel.
No, it's not new. Welcome. If you look at the country that we are in Nigeria, okay, you can see that it may seem as though that education is not really very important in quotes. Don't get me wrong, being educated is a very good thing, okay, but the fact that every year you have tons and tons of graduates trooping out from the university or from the higher tertiary institutions, and you see many graduates in the streets looking for work that is nowhere to be found. What were the things that inspired you to learn something before you entered the university?
Well, I have a lot of factors that motivated me to learn this skill, but I would tell you that I actually advised myself to get this skill, and no one actually advised me to get it because I've already calculated and I checked the number of higher institutions we have in Nigeria, and you can check the statistics of people graduating every year from the university, and the government doesn't actually have something tangible to offer the graduates. And you can see most people, once they graduate, they will start from level 0.
Telling you.
They find it very hard to rise from the scratch without having a skill. So after weighing all these things, I now have to advise myself on getting a skill is actually the best for me. That's as per the situation of the country.
But we would like to know the kind of skill that you acquired. You tell my audience what the skill is all about.
Okay, I learned 2 skills. The first one is wiring, that's house wiring, and the second one is painting, interior and exterior, all types of painting. So my motive of learning the skill was that was actually, I knew I was going to get admission, but at the same time I wanted to get a skill for myself, that's to set me up for the task ahead.
But let me just take you back. While growing up, I saw him repairing some, spoils, extension, touches, and you just get 2 things and couple them together and boom, they start working. So I think you already have an interest in wiring first before you went into that. So the key thing there is to
have an interest. That is the first thing that will motivate you.
Yes. Because I really have someone that was like telling me that she doesn't have this interest in hairdressing, that was the auntie that told her to go and learn it, but she didn't have any interest in that kind of thing. And you see her, she was not really coping in that thing. It was as if they forced her into doing that thing. So the key thing then now is to have an interest, a zeal or a passion for the kind of skill you want to acquire. Exactly. Skills can be like photography, writing, okay, so there are so many skills out there to acquire, coding, programming, so many things. Just find where your interest lies. So let me take you back a little bit.
Okay.
Before you ventured into learning a skill, did you have like something that challenged you, like a setback? I know you were like you want to have money with you always, and how did you cope like not having anything with you? Because I know you were actually working somewhere
Exactly.
that you're seeing money every day, like you're seeing money almost every month. You must see money with.
The thing is, before I learned these skills, I was working for a private company. But the thing there is that you'll be seeing the money every day in thousands, but you can't actually touch them because it
They're not
doesn't
your
belong
money.
to you. And you keep on working. At the end of the month, you get something very little that is not enough for your need and for what you actually want. And second is that those private companies, you work for them and you keep on working and they'll be paying you at the end of the month, and that salary they will be giving you will be that
It
salary
won't
will
be
just
enough.
It won't be enough
It won't be
actually.
enough.
Exactly, it's not be
You'll be
enough.
seeing the
You'll
money.
be seeing the money,
Every
but
month they will pay you, but what have you actually used that money to do?
yeah,
So I think it's better to gain your skill. Having a skill, it's a lifelong something, and it
exactly,
can generate money for you even on a daily basis.
exactly.
And you also be like independent. Okay. Now let's relate it to you now being in school now. How does learning a skill help you?
The help that this skill has given me is, it can never be overemphasized. The truth is, you can't just depend on people when you have a skill. You won't
No,
you
you will
won't
not be
depend
totally dependent
on anybody, because you'll be getting something, and a skill will give you a kind of respect, and not just respect, it will give you a sense of purpose and responsibility. When you have a skill, there is this level of respect you have in the community, not just in the community, wherever you find yourself. There are some kind of crime that will be committed within a society,
and they will say that
they will never ever suspect or
like
think that you can be involved in such a thing. But when you don't have anything doing, when you don't have a skill, you don't have anything doing, and you are touching money, you spend money, they will actually be on your neck asking you where you get the money from. How did you make this kind of money?
Of course,
So
I
that's
get
it.
you.
So this skill have helped me a lot. It has helped me a lot. Starting with some things you need to buy. You can't just be calling your parents every time to ask them for money.
Expenses
So many expenses.
little
I'm telling
expenses
you.
that even if your parents doesn't provide the money, maybe
can
on
just-
time, you can easily, get those things yourself because
Exactly.
you have that money with you.
Yeah.
And again, you will not be idle. An idle mind is the devil's workshop. Let's just talk about now that people are on strike. They also are on strike. The school is not in section.
Yeah.
Get so now at least someone can call you for a job. You can get a contract and
Exactly.
you go and work.
Yeah.
But if you are not you don't have anything doing, or you're not even learning anything, you see you'll be calivanting. Before you know it, you follow one group like that
If you're not doing
and they will
anything,
confuse you.
actually, you'll be open for crime or
I'm telling
anything,
you,
because you're
yes.
not occupied with anything. That's it. Once you are there without doing anything, you will easily find yourself committing something that you don't actually want to do on a normal circumstances.
Because you are idle.
Your
Your mind is not occupied with anything positive.
Exactly.
Everybody wants to go to school. Learning a skill is for people that don't want to go to school. You get? And that's the crazy mentality I had then. I always advise my students to see while you're in school, also learn something, at least during holidays, vacations. We have long vacations, and you can actually use that moment to learn something.
So the importance of getting a skill before or after graduation is very, very important. Firstly, it will prepare you for the unexpected, because after while you're in school, you don't actually know what's waiting for you after you graduated.
Yes,
that's the truth.
Because when you're in school, everybody might be giving you money.
Yeah,
Money from your uncle, from your auntie, from your mother, because they see you as a student.
Yeah.
Once you graduate, even what you call
you see life
looking at
as
you.
It is. You see life, the real life.
Now you've graduated. This is your own time to now, give back.
Yeah.
To your parents. Everybody will be looking at you too.
And if you don't have anything doing, there will be tension. That you'll be in a state of tension and frustration if you don't have anything doing. And you can imagine the kind of money the money you earn during your NYSC. It cannot go a long way, that very long way.
Do you know how much they pay in NYSC?
No, actually, no.
Just minimum wage.
Yeah, it cannot actually go anywhere.
It's just minimum. 33,000.
33,000 won't do much for you.
Nigeria, what would you 33,000 naira?
Even a bag of rice is close to 33,000.
How much is 1 pint of curry?
So that's it. It will prepare you for the rest of your life. It will help you as well in your CV or that kind of a thing.
Yes, having a skill.
Additional, yeah, because
Yes,
each time you go for an
added
interview,
advantage.
yeah, each time you go for an interview, they will ask you if you have any additional qualification, and it will give you an edge over others. That's it.
So in other words, you don't regret acquiring a skill before school.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your advice to your friends, to your colleagues, to your classmates out there listening to you? What can you advise them?
My advice for my friends and my comrades out there is they should find something doing now that will still have a chance. You still have chance, you have time now. At least
even now that people are
we're on strike, you can just find something that you have passion for. It's not a must that you must learn it for 2-3 years. If you have a sharp mind, if you are intelligent, if you are brilliant, you can just cope, you can just catch those things.
You know that you don't have time.
Yeah, just learn it very fast. Learn fast, and while you are working on those things, you have more experience on it. That is, you still learn more as you advance on that field, and it will help you more. You even come back to thank me after you must have done something like that.
Like this your skill. How long can it take for someone to learn wiring, house wiring and painting?
There is no fixed time for someone to learn anything. It depends on your own intellectual ability. It depends on your mindset. For me, when I learned my own, I don't have any other thing doing. I was just there, even though I've learned the skill. I was there for a year and let's say a year and 8 months. But it doesn't mean that I didn't learn the work in 6 months. I learned the work
Really?
let's say in 5 months.
Fast learner.
I was just there, just passing time, because I know that if I go home, there is nothing else for me to be doing, because I was actually.
And once you're even doing it, you'll be mastering it.
Yeah,
you'll be perfecting
you have more experience
in
it, and you have to. The most important thing is for people to know you, that yes, you learn this kind of a thing. Because if you just learn the stuff and vanish, people will just they will be questioning your talent. That's your skill. They'll be asking you, when did you learn this skill? We don't know when you learned it. Who taught you this thing you're doing? So one of the reasons I stayed longer was for people to know me, that yes, I actually learned this skill. So if I'm trying to convince them for a contract, they will be convinced that yes, they knew when I learned it. So that's it. Since you've already graduated, I would like to ask you a question. Based on the fact that you've already graduated and you've been outside the university circle for a long time, at least for more than 5 years now, you can share your experience of how it feels staying out there without doing anything or having a skill.
See, it was mad because I already have this mentality, that I already have this notion and trust and hope in my so many uncles that promised me placements in organizations and all whatnot. So the only thing that was left for me is just to graduate with good grades. And of course, I graduated with good grades. But coming out, you see that the street is real. The hustle out there is real without any skill to help me. See, I was going from here to here looking for work. Even all those so-called uncles that will say, okay, they have placement for you somewhere. You call them and they'll just be telling you, I'm going to be in Capital, nothing much for now. Some of them they send me your CV, you send your CV, and so many stories, guys. I retraced my steps. I had to go and learn something. So I ventured into fashion designing. So I went to learn tailoring. I started from the scratch. Because what will you be doing with work of 30,000 naira, 40,000 naira in this economy? There is nothing you can do with it. So I also ventured into online businesses, and all that helped me a lot to maneuver my way and at least stand on my feet. Okay, had it been I knew on time, I would have ventured into acquiring something before I graduated. Okay, it would have helped me a lot to be independent, really independent on time. I won't have to spend so many other years. And I saw some of my colleagues, they would be like graduates like me, UNN graduates like me, come and be learning tailoring. No, it's not possible now. So guys, I hope you learned something today, and I hope you're inspired by what we just shared with you guys. And please subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do so. At least for the sake of my bros that is in the house, please subscribe to our channel. This is our channel right now. Subscribe to this channel, thumbs up the video if you really enjoyed today's episode, and don't forget to share this video and leave your comments down there in the comment section. I will see you again in the next video. I hope to see you again too.
Yeah.
Bye guys.
Bye.